Hello guys, how are we doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day, maybe playing some Kha'Zix, and if not, then I totally understand. But we are back, and I am gonna Kha'Zix. I'm gonna do it. Hold me back, guys. I'm gonna Kha'Zix today, and for you, I have a new setup that I think feels exceptionally good in the current meta. So, with eyeball collection being gone from the domination tree, that tree, in my opinion, is kind of dead, unless you really want to run Dark Harvest. Me personally, I don't feel that Dark Harvest is necessary for success on Kha'Zix, though it is obviously a great synergistic rune for the bug nonetheless. That being said, I decided to explore the precision tree and see what I could come up with, and I basically just decided, you know what, I'll just run Conqueror. And no, it's not a bruiser build, but I have been running a Conqueror Assassin setup, mainly because the runes in the precision tree are just so insanely good. It feels a bit unfair. I mean, like, every single one of the trees in precision is just miles better than any other tree in any other rune branch thing. So I decided to abuse that, and what you see in this video is a beautiful Kha'Zix build that does tons of damage like an assassin, but also has great dueling potential because of the precision tree. I can't wait to show you this one. It's gonna be good, man. Now, if you're new here, make sure you're subbed so you don't miss out on any new videos. Also, make sure to drop a like if you like what you see and want to support the channel. It really helps me out, guys, and I'd appreciate it. The Kha'Zix buffs just came out, so I'll be playing a lot with those, and you're not going to want to miss out. But without further ado, let's get into this Kha'Zix game. Okay, here we go. It's time. We're back, guys. Now, I finally found a build that I really enjoy and I think is very good, and it's this setup right here. So just right off the bat, I'm starting Raptors. We're going for a full clear as per usual, nothing too crazy there from Raptors. And yeah, for my runes, we're running Conqueror with Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm. So this is really I found this to be extremely good, actually, and it's for a couple of reasons. All right, so we obviously have some of the best minor runes in the game, right? We have Triumph, which is fantastic. We have Legend Haste, which is incredible, and we have Coup de Grace giving us a nice bump in damage, which is very nice and should not be underestimated. And then we have Absolute Focus Gathering Storm, which is obviously great for our AD scaling. So we have a lot of damage coming out of our runes here, and to top that off, to top everything off, we are running Conqueror. And obviously Conqueror is fantastic because of the very nice dueling power you get from it, especially in the early game. But yeah, this is just the best rune for dealing with the pesky bruiser matchups that are just plaguing today's meta. And so that's why I am very much enjoying this page. It just lets you deal with a lot of the more difficult bruiser matchups. All these runes are just fantastic. Arguably, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the best runes in the game, to be honest. The minor runes, anyway. Like, every single one of these runes is just incredible for Kha'Zix. So, I think that's why this rune page feels so damn nice. And, yeah, hopefully you'll see some of that this game. It feels very good. And it's not that we can't assassinate at all just because we're running Conqueror. Obviously, that's just a non-factor. Like, we are still going to have the damage we need. We're not going Bruiser just because we're running Conqueror. We're actually just going full Assassin. And the build I run is, I think it's a bit of a slower sort of variant on Kha'Zix, but I do feel like it pays off in the end, and it plays more towards Kha'Zix's strength. So we're not going to be running Yumu's first. We're running Hubris first. And basically, I just feel like you want to get the Hubris as soon as you can and just start stacking it. And that really pays off towards the mid-game, I've found. So yeah, I'm just going to go back to my respawn Raptors here, and we're going to take that and my Krugs. But I actually find a neat little first blood here. Very cool, very good stuff. I'm going to just pick that up for completely free, basically. And I'm just going to go on about my day. Huge, absolutely huge. And I see the Jaxlow here as well, and so I'm trying to see if I can go for him here, but this is pretty bad. It's a waste of time on my part. He just leaps away. So I actually lose a lot of tempo there just because I wasted so much time just going for that play, which didn't work out. So yeah, I could have finished Krugs already and just recalled, right? So bit of waste of time. It's okay. In the meantime, Jin Zhao makes a play on the bot side, gets his double kill. He has done a full clear into recall into a double kill, which is not great. That actually really fucking sucks, but it's okay. At least I got a kill, which is really, really nice. We're going to pick up the Dirk. Yeah, and just start building into the hubris. So I feel like if you really want to get that power that you so desperately crave as an assassin in the mid game, buying hubris first is really, really nice for, you know, fighting early on. You know, as you get kills, you'll ramp up that AD bonus, and that'll pay off. Like I said, it'll pay off towards the mid game. I do still run Yumu's first sometimes, but I do feel like it's just not really, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's a bit of a trap in today's meta. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the slower paced Kha'Zix is, well, hang on, let me rephrase that. I feel like fast paced Kha'Zix is not as strong in today's meta just because there's a limited amount of fights you can take. Because you can't always like just like run into a bruiser and start fucking slapping him, right? You just don't have the sort of capabilities for that in the meta right now. So I feel like the slower paced Kha'Zix is actually very, very good at the moment. I do think it's actually pretty good. If you just take more of the slow scaling type of playstyle and you use that, you can actually come out on top in a lot of games, which is really good. Anyway, managed to steal a grub here. I didn't decide to fight this Tinjus. I could have definitely just fought him by myself, but for some reason I chose not to. But my patience pays off here. Akali's gonna come with me and kill him, and then for some reason there's a Jax here too. I don't know what he's doing. He probably thought he could get in on some of the action and kill the Akali, but that's obviously not gonna happen. And so we actually end up just securing all 3 grubs here, which is great. So very, very good. And then I'm just gonna go back to my camps and just clear them, get them off cooldown, rinse, repeat. You know how it is. So yeah, like I was saying, I've started not running hubris first, and not hubris. Oh my gosh, I've started not running Yumu's first as much. I still do run it. I still do run Yumu's. I don't just exclude it from the build entirely because Yumu's is just fantastic. But yeah, definitely having the hubris, if you know you can get kills early on, is really, really good. If I feel like I'm not gonna get too many kills, or for some reason I feel like I don't need hubris in a particular game because they're all like, you know, because I already have kill pressure, then I'll run the Yumu's first. But yeah, definitely give hubris first a try and just start going around and winning your fights. That seems to be something that's really worked for me. I've climbed from D1 to like Master 100 LP in just a couple days, so very, very cool. And I'm trying to go higher, and obviously as I'm making this video the Kha'Zix buffs are out, so I will be trying them. Oh my god, that's gonna be nice. Anyway, I want to start Dragon, but here comes Xin Zhao, and this should be just an easy win for me, but I misplay this really badly. First of all, he tags me with a W there, so I die. But I just made a mistake from the very start of that fight, which is I face tanked his auto attacks, which is the #1 thing you're not supposed to fucking do into auto attack based champs. As Kha'Zix, you do not stand in front of them and just let them hit you, right? So what I did wrong there is I just did not use my Void Assault early enough. It was just such a late R. I don't know why I felt like I could hold it there. It's just a lack of respect on my part. That's my bad, and I pay the price for it. Thankfully, my team wins the fight, and I just, you know, I get my hubris from the base, and we're just gonna come down here and do it again. So honestly, quick recall, we take that. But yeah, I definitely made a mistake there, which is to, you know, not use the R early enough, and I just took too much damage. But that's okay, we have hubris now, and then we're going to go ahead and take the take the dragon, because there's basically no chance that anyone will come here and contest it. And this is also the best path for me. We're going to yeah, go from bot to top here. We're going bot to top because all of my camps are about to respawn. We have the raptors coming up in 20 seconds. And yeah, I basically just want to prioritize farm as best as I can. It's a lot harder to go for ganks because you're not running Yumus first, right? You don't have that speed to quickly make a play. You kind of have to, like, when you do make a play and you go out of your jungle to, like, go and kill someone, you need to make sure, like, what you're doing is 100%, like, gonna succeed, right? Because if you don't succeed, you won't have the Yumu's move speed to, like, sort of, like, as a sort of backup to make up for that wasted time. Anyway, this looks like a very good play, and I'm 100% sure it's going to work because he's just, like, really overextended. And he chooses not to ult here, and I'm going to be able to pick up my third kill, which is very, very good. And that's basically perfect. I have Hubris active for the grubs, which is going to help me quite a lot. If Xin Zhao decides to come over here, I can basically just kill him, no questions asked. But yeah, looks pretty damn good. Now, there is a overextending Jax here, so I'm going to gank him with the Camille ulti. Unfortunately, the Camille is going to go down. Not really that much I can do there. Not too much I can do to save her. And with that pick, we're going to try and go for the grubs here. Here comes Leona, and I find the Xin Zhao in isolation here. And oh my god, actually so sad. This was a good play to take because the top lane is dead. But unfortunately, the Leona's just built different. So what she did there is she E-flashed on me as I was going on Xin Zhao. And because of that E-flash, she stops my isolation and I can't get the damage on him necessary to kill him. If I get even just one more ISO Q on him there, then we just kill him with Akali. But Leona, man, just making my life hell. And she's going to keep doing that for, like, the rest of the game. It's really annoying, and I just don't respect her this game. Yeah, she really makes it a mission to fucking stop me at all costs, apparently. So, yeah, she's going to be a nuisance this game. Quite an L taken there, not going to lie. But I do base on the Brutalizer, and I'm basically just going to try and go bot to top with my camps, except I do find a good opportunity here to go onto the Sivir here, who is by herself because the Leona is still roaming. We're going to ISO Q her. Completely random flash. I just don't get it. I was like, there's no way she just flashes randomly here with barrier, right? No fucking way. Turns out she does, and she still dies. No idea what she's up to. And with my Hubris active, I kind of had a feeling the camps are up here because Xin Zhao is topside. So these camps would just be respawning now, which is great for me. Gonna go ahead and take these. And yeah, it looks pretty damn good. Xin Zhao actually comes along here and tries to take the thingy. Managed to kill him, just barely, but the team is following up. I try and flash out. This is a bad flash, I'd say. But Tahm Kench saves me here from Leona. I feel like we can fight this, and then Sivir comes around. And when I want to jump out, I get stunned by the Leona, so I end up taking too much damage. Again, Leona just fucking annoying the shit out of me. It's very hard to play when she's just on your ass constantly. But I did make quite a misplay there. My team is doing some good work here. But yeah, what I should have realized is that the Sivir was coming back, so she can join that fight in any second. And yeah, I honestly should have just, like, jumped out of the Echo ult as well. That would have been probably ideal. In any case, there's a definite way that I can survive that play, and I just didn't respect, and so I died. Wow, what a surprise. We're gonna go back on the map. You might see with the tier map that our second item is profane. People for some reason don't run profane as much anymore on Kha'Zix, which is, I don't know why, because this item is still fucking insane. Like, it's still, like, just the best item in the game on Kha'Zix. I don't know why people are not running it. It really helps with your burst damage. It helps with clearing and getting yourself a stupid amount of golden experience, because you can just take everything so quickly when you have it. It's just such a great item, and for some reason people just have stopped building it. I have no idea why, because it gives haste as well. It's a fantastic item. And I'm going to evolve our second. Fight is breaking out here. There's no isolation here, I can't really do much here. But I can't really get a pick onto the Sivir here, so this is actually a pretty good fight to contest here. Unfortunately, I'm just not respecting Leona, so I'm going to get chain CC'd here for like 50 seconds. How am I alive? No one knows, but I'm going to stealth out just in time. And it's a very messy fight. People are dying left and right. It's like a fucking 2-for-2 trade there, I believe. And I just barely managed to get out. How the fuck am I alive? I was CC'd for like 4 seconds there, I swear. Yet I still survived. I have no idea. Anyway, that fight is probably considered a loss. I'm going to try and get my Gromp. I know Jax is here, so I'm just going to be ready for him to jump out. I think Tahm Kench is here. So I'm like, okay, we can probably kill him. Unfortunately, I'm not able to. Just barely. Because I just didn't have enough damage there. Thankfully, Tahm gets the kill, which is fine. But yeah, I'm not able to kill him there because I thought I could kill him, but you gotta like remember, because you're running Absolute Focus Scanning Storm, right? When you're low HP, you don't get the AD from Absolute Focus. So the reason I didn't kill him there is because I wasn't healthy enough, basically. So yeah, kind of unfortunate. It's definitely hard to remember when you're playing that sometimes you don't have Absolute Focus. You're missing out on that 11 AD if you're low health, which is actually pretty fucking massive for your damage. But yeah, enemy team finally gets that dragon. Unfortunate, but yeah, we're just not in a position to contest that at all. I'm looking to see if I'm needed anywhere here on the map, but it looks like things are going to cool down for a little bit, and I'm just going to decide to start taking my camps again and maybe look for a potential counter jungle here as well. And then my mind just goes monkey brain neuron activation here. I saw Sivir isolation and I was just like, I need that shit. Anyway, look at that damage. Pretty fucking nice. Pretty damn nice damage without isolation there. Not too bad at all. But that was obviously just a horrible play that I should never ever take. I don't know why I thought she was alone, because I don't know, for some reason I saw 2 people bot side and I was like, yeah, okay, she's alone. And then my brain was like, just, yeah, jump in. I don't know, no excuse for that one. But yeah, for the third item, I will be running the armor pen because we kind of need to. Enemy team has a lot of armor going for them, and they won the feats of strength, so they have just a random free +5 armor on them for no reason at all. Well played. They really deserve that. They really earned it. And yeah, that's why we need the armor pen. But it is not going to be Cyrilda's. Cyrilda's is not. Actually, I mean, Cyrilda's is fine, right? It's a bit weak at the moment, but we're not going to be running Cyrilda's this game. We're actually going to be running the alternative, which is LDR, which has 40% armor pen to Cyrilda's 30%, so we're going to be going that. I find a nice kill onto the Jax here, and then we're going to ask Akali to push. I want to look for camps here, see if these are still up, and yeah, they indeed are, so we're going to go ahead and take this. And yeah, we now have Hubris active, and this is the beauty of running Hubris first. It's that because of all our kill participation, we have 27 AD coming from the Hubris, and that is definitely nothing to scoff at. Very, very nice. Tahm Kench kind of wants to go in here, but I don't want to go in because I don't have R, and Xin Zhao is just like the king of stat checkers, so we don't want to just jump into him without our R. Doesn't look good to me. And so we're just going to play it safe and just take as much golden XP off the map as we can. Yeah, and when I say that, we don't want to just mindlessly take shit from our laners. I will look for open lanes and take them if they're open. But for the most part, I'm just going to try and get my camps off cooldown as much as I possibly can. And I'm looking for the Sivir here. Looks mighty juicy. And I'm going to see if she stays, because you can see that there's a lot of my team on the side lanes. and she just doesn't really respect the whereabouts of where I am, so we're just gonna completely blow her up in isolation. You can see there that I E'd onto her, and I used Profane and W first before I used my Q. That way I isolated her in the minion wave, so I'm gonna be able to pick that up very, very nice. And Tinjus is just gonna go ahead and be a nuisance here. He's gonna drive the Herald into the tower, and I'm kind of just eating everything from him. I honestly should die here. I reckon he could just tower dive me here, but you know, he lets me off. He's being generous. I don't know. I'm being very careless this game, I would say. But that's okay, because I still think I'm getting the lead I need. And what the fuck is this? What is that? No one knows. I guess he just decided he wanted to go die bot side. Okay, interesting. And yeah, there's really not much for me to do here. I actually missed something here, which is a bit subtle, but I could actually just take the mid lane wave here and profit tremendously. But you know, it's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my camps. I have 2,000 gold, so recalling would be great, but I'm trying to just get a little bit more golden experience before I recall. But then Echo comes along and he's like, hey, what's up? We're gonna jump on him here with our team. Obviously you're gonna press ulti, which is unfortunate. Now I'm playing with more respect to the Leona here, so I'm trying to space away from her. I'm gonna bait the Sivir into walking up here, flash on her, and then just blow her up basically. After the W flash Q, I did, to be honest, I forgot what I did. Auto E Profane Q there, and she dies. I walk back in for no reason. How am I alive? I should not be alive there. That's just a horrible play by me. And the fight is still going on. Looks like we're winning. Very good stuff. And I decided to just recall here. I could actually stay here, right? I could actually stay because there's a minion wave right here. And the tower still needs taking. So I could just push this wave. I could push this wave in and get the tower here. But I decide, because Dragon's up and because Atakan's up, I need to just recall and get my item and be back on the map as soon as possible. And yes, we do get the LDR. Like I said, the LDR buy is just for the 40% armor pen instead of the 30% from Sarutas. I'm not really worried too much about haste because obviously LDR doesn't give haste, but I'm not too worried about that because we have Legend Haste, and we also have Hubris and Profane giving us haste, so it's not like we're totally well without haste. So I'm more than willing to buy this LDR just to help penetrate the armor a little bit more. And Ezreal is pinging me level 15, and yes, I am indeed level 15. How am I level 15? Basically just because I've been hitting camps like the entire time, and I've just been participating in fights too, and you know, I have 33 stacks on Hubris, so I'm just so fucking strong at the moment. And once I hit level 16 and get my leap, it's just going to be over for the enemy team. But Q and R Evo is more than enough to allow me to thrive in these fights, so long as I just stay away from the CC. The CC is definitely the big killer in this game. You know, getting just fucking chain stunned by Leona is just not ideal. Enemy team is trying to contest Atakan, and they try go for an engage here, but I know my team's okay, so I'm not going to waste any time just kind of sitting around. I'm just going to instead push mid and get the tower for free, because that's, of course, just totally free, so why wouldn't I take that? And this is a horrible play by the enemy team, and they will start the Atakan when they're a man down, and we are contested. Oh, this is so confusing. Anyway, I find a great opportunity to come from the side and just kind of just clean the floor with them. I mean, look at this damage on Leona. Holy shit, 783 damage on a Leona of all people. What the fuck? Quadra kill just like that. What the hell is the enemy team doing? I can't tell you. I swear to God I didn't pay them. But that's a lot of damage, bro. Did you see that? Like, Leona has fucking Heartsteel and, you know, all her armor, and she has played as steel caps as well. And we did 800 damage to her in one single Q. And that's just because we had a bit of Conqueror stacks going for us there. And also Hubris being active paired with the Lord Dominic's Regards. Like, my god, it's a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage. And yeah, this is the moment where Kha'Zix actually started to feel good for me, bro. I swear, like, this build makes him feel pretty damn good into the meta. The only matchup that I've really had trouble with is the fucking Wukong matchup. I still have trouble with that obnoxious champ. It's very difficult, in my opinion, if Wukong has like the right team setup. And the last Wukong I played against, he had like a fucking... He had a Yasuo and Alistar with him, so it was basically just unplayable. But yeah, that's the only matchup I feel like I've struggled with. For the most part, Kha'Zix with this setup, it's actually been feeling very fucking nice. And you don't even have to run Conqueror with this setup. You can run Dark Harvest, like just regular Dark Harvest, and run this build, and you're definitely just going to be exploding people. Like nothing has really changed, but I do find that because these precision runes are so insanely good, it's worth running them because they just have so much value. Especially if you're versing like bruisers and you want to like fight extended, more extended. Conqueror's like this Conqueror page definitely, it's definitely very solid. But yeah, Leona going to try and go in on me here. Not gonna happen. Honestly, I can let her jump in on me there, and then we just kill her because her team is so far away. But I'm gonna decide to go on the Jax here because he's very much cut off from the rest of his team. It looks like a very good engage. He uses Counter-Strike, so I'm just going to go in on him here. No isolation. I get jumped on by Jin Zhao. Immediately press my R. I look like I'm in a bit of a trouble situation here, so I'm just going to leave. And re-engage once I find that it is safe to do so. Find my chance. Boom. EQ auto attack onto the Sivir. Fail the double jump because I don't have cooldowns up. Reset. Kill Leona. And I have Conqueror up here, so I'm going to jump straight on the Jin Zhao. I crit him, which is great, but... he's just gonna do typical bruiser things and kind of one-shot me there, which is unfortunate. So that was definitely a misplay on my part, and the main reason for that is because if I survived there, we could actually do Baron, but I got a little too greedy, and because of that, we are basically just going to have to get that tower and just reset, unfortunately. We could have got Baron there, but it is what it is. Thankfully, I still have Hubris active, so maybe I can do something with that. But yes, for the fourth item here, I'm going to go Yumu's. Now, you might be wondering, well, I mean, Tinjus, you probably run Edge of Night here, no? This is probably the time of the game where you want to go Edge of Night, and my thought process recently is like, fuck Edge of Night. I firmly believe that you don't actually need Edge of Night to be successful on this champ, especially if you're running like an assassin playstyle and you're playing like more in and out kind of playstyle. I am just gonna totally ignore Edge of Night, and yeah, I feel like I don't need it. I really just want the movement speed from Yumu's in order to speed myself up at this stage of the game, because I need to be faster in order to you know, make the picks and, you know, get to places faster at this stage of the game. I feel like it's just really important having Yumu's here, especially since I have no move speed in my runes. So we're gonna jump on the Echo here, and he's just gonna go down. My kill gets denied by the Tahm Kench, and look at this. What the fuck is this? I'm getting assassinated by Leona. We're gonna double jump her because fuck you. And yeah, honestly, I could have died there. I could have definitely died there if someone followed up on that Leona, but that probably would have killed them in the process, so I understand why they didn't. But yeah, fight is still breaking out here. I do believe we should just go on to the Baron here, but my team is kind of just having fun in the mid lane, so yeah, I probably should have just pinged Baron here and just, you know, tried to go on them here. But anyway, fight. It's like the longest drawn out. It's just the most random fight, random Clown Fiesta OCE fight, and these guys are gonna try engage, and then they're gonna back off, and then I'm gonna find my perfect chance to go in, completely one shot the Sivir, jump out to avoid damage here. Gonna reset, jump on the Xin Zhao here, clean him up, flash out just in case I take too much damage, and we're just gonna start resetting. Boom, kill the Leona, and that's gonna be the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Very good build. I love it. I love it so much. You have a lot of power in the mid game, especially if you get kills. The only issue is that sometimes with Hubris first, you you won't always get kills because you're so slow. So yeah, it can be somewhat difficult sometimes, but nevertheless, this build feels very, very good. So give it a try, and it's going to be even better with the Kha'Zix buffs, so give it a try with the buffs and see how you go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Catch you later. Bye-bye.